Iraqi security forces have intercepted a massive shipment of Captagon, seizing 1.1 tonnes of the powerful amphetamine hidden inside a truck that entered from Syria via Turkey. The Interior Ministry called it the largest drug bust in Iraq's history and credited Saudi Arabia's Drug Enforcement Agency for providing key intelligence. Captagon, often referred to as the poor man's cocaine, is a highly addictive stimulant that has fueled a billion-dollar drug trade in the Middle East. The drug is widely produced in Syria and smuggled through Iraq to markets in the Gulf, with trafficking networks linked to armed groups and criminal syndicates. The United States has begun increasing its submarine presence off Australia's western coast as part of their security pact. The Virginia-class submarine USS Minnesota is currently operating in Western Australian waters. 4 more US submarines are set to be based there from 2027. Around 50 to 80 US Navy personnel will arrive this year at HMAS Sterling, which is undergoing an $8 billion upgrade to accommodate the submarine Rational Force West. Commanding Officer Jeffrey Cornell described the Virginia-class submarine as the most advanced warship in the world, emphasising its role as a deterrent in the Indo-Pacific region. This is what he had to say.
We are in a time now where we have an opportunity to strengthen the alliance in the Indo-PACOM region, and I think this is going to be a great opportunity, and I'm looking forward to it.
Moving on, and Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney is making his first foreign trip to Paris and London, seeking stronger alliances amid growing tensions with the United States and their President Donald Trump. Carney will meet French President Emmanuel Macron and British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, aiming to diversify trade and coordinate a response to Trump's tariffs. The trip comes as Trump's trade war and his comments about Canada becoming the 51st US state sparked outrage. Carney has said he's open to meeting Trump, but only if Canada's sovereignty is respected. After his Europe visit, he'll head to Canada's Arctic to reaffirm the country's sovereignty. Back in Ottawa, he is expected to call an election within days. Back to Europe, and Greece is experiencing dramatic weather extremes with temperatures soaring to record March highs before an imminent plunge to freezing conditions. Over the weekend, Crete recorded an unprecedented 33.7 degrees Celsius, while other regions saw warm weather. Meteorologists attribute this spike to Saharan dust blanketing the region. However, a major shift in coming days. Starting on Tuesday, a cold front will bring showers and snowfall across the country. In Athens, where highs reach 27 degrees Celsius, temperatures will plummet to just 11 degrees C. Experts warn this abrupt change could devastate agriculture, particularly fruit trees in northern Greece, which are already in bloom. Greece, a climate change hotspot, has faced extreme weather swings, with 2024 marking both its hottest summer and warmest winter on record. Officials urge caution as the country braces for yet another shift in its unpredictable climate. German police in the eastern city of Gera are investigating a case of attempted murder after a man doused a woman in a tram with combustible liquid and set it alight, inflicting life-threatening injuries. Police say the suspected attacker is believed to be the 46-year-old husband of the woman. Passengers had stopped the tram by pressing an emergency button, and the assailant took the opportunity to flee as the doors opened. The tram driver immediately put out the flames with a fire extinguisher, and the 46-year-old woman was taken to hospital by helicopter. Police said no other people were hurt in the incident in the eastern city. Thousands of supporters of former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro gathered on Rio de Janeiro's Copacabana beach. Calls have been made for a pardon for those accused of ransacking government buildings after his 2022 election defeat. The rally comes as Bolsonaro faces charges of leading a plot to overturn the government. Brazil's Supreme Court will decide on March the 25th whether to proceed with the case. Prosecutors accuse Bolsonaro of heading a criminal group that sought to undermine democracy, even alleging a plot to poison President Lula da Silva. Bolsonaro denies any wrongdoing with his defence, stating he never supported actions against democratic institutions. Supporters insist those arrested were peaceful demonstrators and not criminals. The case has further deepened Brazil's political divide. Staying in South America, and Colombia's Defense Minister Pedro Sanchez warns that if Washington blacklists the country over drug trafficking, it could increase cocaine flow to the US. Minister Pedro Sanchez says the move would weaken security cooperation and strengthen drug cartels. Colombia has launched a diplomatic push to avoid decertification, which could cost nearly $500 million in US aid. Washington is reviewing Colombia's status as drug cultivation has risen 70% under President Gustavo Petro. Trump, known for his hardline stance on drug trafficking, has threatened sanctions amid tensions with Colombian President Petro. If blacklisted, Colombia faces a major blow to its military as it battles insurgent groups.
Si esa desertificación ocurre, pues simplemente nosotros perdemos la capacidad de contener esa amenaza. Ojalá fuera eliminarla. Entonces, al no poderla contener, va en contra de los intereses de Estados Unidos también, porque llegaría más cocaína y no sería más fuerte, no sería más próspero y no sería más seguro también.
And that is all that we have time for, but we'll continue to bring you more of the latest international news.